Welcome to the Tom Puppet Podcast, the place to hear an idiot talk about life, love, and the pursuit of mediocrity. This podcast has naughty language that may upset the easily offended. Listener discretion is advised. Now, here's your host, Tom. I swear she said she was 18. Puppet.
May I profess that I love this gentleman, Tom Puppet?
Yes.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Tom Puppet Podcast! Yes, we're finally back! What's up? No more listening to the old shows thinking, God, I wish this fucker would come back and just talk his bullshit into my ear holes. I miss it! Yes, it's back. Finally, like I said, I'm back. It's awesome. We're gonna have some fun. I actually did something I rarely do, and that's, listen to this, listen. That's paper. That's me that I actually wrote something down to talk about. I don't know how many I'm going to get into, but we're going to get into it. We're going to have some fun. I'm going to have some fun. You're going to get annoyed by listening to my stupid voice, and it's going to be glorious! I am if I'm loud, I'm sorry, but I'm just excited to be back with you guys, man. Like, I've dealt with so much bullshit personally, with school, family, love life, all that fun jazz. But most of it's already done, taken care of. If not, it's close to being done with. So I'm like, finally, I can relax, I can rest, I can get things off my chest. I can have some fun. So it's gonna be great. We're gonna start doing something new also, but that'll be the next episode. This episode is just for the welcome back. This is where I've been. This is what we're doing, and a couple other things. Let's have some fun. Let's just start off. Fuck a song, fuck whatever, I don't care. We're just jumping into it. I have 1, 2, 3, like 7, 8, 9. I don't know how to count things to get into. I'm hyper as shit. I'm excited. So if I'm talking fast, I'm sorry. I am. But I really don't care too much because I'm excited. So, all right, where have I been? I have recently. It's been crazy. I've been dealing with a lot of stuff. Like I said, some family issues, some issues, my love life, my personal life. Things like that. Like I said, on the last one, I was actually on a Facebook post or Tumblr post or something like that. I put it on there where I pretty much had a bunch of stuff going on and I couldn't focus on giving you guys a podcast every single week the way I wanted to, due to different things, whatever. So that's what I did. I said, you know what, until I get everything figured out where I can actually focus on this and then get back to enjoying it, not feeling like, oh, I want to, but I'm just tired of this or that, I won't do it. Now that I'm not feeling that way, I can do another podcast, and that's why I'm here. So yeah, that happened. I in that time, I actually got a new job. I like it a little bit more. The hours kind of suck because I work 6 days a week. My only day off being on Sundays, so that's neither here nor there. I said, who the fuck is texting me? All right. Let me go and mute my messages. Catherine, I'm going to kick your ass for interrupting my podcast. It's a buddy of mine. She doesn't listen to the podcast, so I can say her name. If she does, fuck you, Catherine. Nah. Anyway, so a couple crazy things has happened since I left, since February to today, which is the beginning of July. I actually got to meet one of my personal heroes in life. And that was Steve-O from the Jackass TV shows and things like that, and movies and all that. You know who Steve-O is. He's awesome. So, little backstory. I was like, maybe 15, 16, around there when Jackass first came out, which I believe was in the 99, 2000, around there. Might be wrong on the years, but I was about that old, about 15, 16, the worst time to be watching Jackass stuff. And as I'm watching the show, I really like Johnny Knoxville and stuff, but Steve-O, like every time he was on, he just took my attention. He was just awesome. Well, anyway, after a couple movies, he was my favorite member of the crew and all that fun stuff, and I was a huge fan of his. Fast forward a few years later, he's all, like, Jackass is already done and over with for the most part, and he's like a huge drug addict, like doing coke and whatever the hell he was doing, I don't even know. But he was like a hardcore drug addict, and he got clean. And I think it's been clean, I want to say 7 years now, I think he said. But yeah, it's about 7 years now. And going to see where he was and where he is now through all that stuff, just the fact that no matter what, no matter how bad it is, you can get through it. That type of mentality that he had made him one of my personal heroes. Like he was at the bottom of the barrel at his very end, and now he's back on top, living his life, loving his life, enjoying life. And that's something that I've always strived to be. No matter how low I get, I can get higher, or not physically higher, but or stoned higher. I can make my life a little bit better just by trying, just by doing it, just working hard and trying to get everything out. So all that kind of stuff was going on. It was awesome. Been a huge fan. He's a hero. I never deny it. He's awesome. Well, I follow him on the social media sites and stuff like that. So one day I'm checking my Snapchat, which if you don't follow me at Tom Puppet. Selfless plug. Got to do it. So I'm following him on Snapchat, and he puts a video of him saying, "Hey, it's good to be back in California, but so-and-so, this city, that city, El Paso, Texas, get ready because I'm coming." And I was like, wait, did he just fucking say El Paso? Because that's where I live. Like, he's coming to my city? What the hell? I go to his website, I check it out, and yeah, like he's coming. Like, he was coming in like 2 weeks. Now, like, the first thing I thought was, holy shit, I have to go meet him. I don't even care. Like, there's nothing will stop me. Well, he was in for the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night shows. We decided, me and my girlfriend at the time, or my girlfriend now, not even at the time. I've been with her for 2.5 fucking years. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. This was just a few months, like 2 months ago. But me and Janie, we decided, you know what? Let's go see her. I'm going to fucking see him. You don't have a choice. Like, if you want to come with me, you're more welcome to, but I'm going to go see him. So we get him, we get the tickets, and we go to meet him. And since we were going to we went to the Saturday night late show because that way he can go as long as he wants, and we don't get kicked out of there earlier because of the last show or the next show or whatever like that. So as Friday night, after I get out of work, I check Snapchat again to see how his shows went, if he was tweeting or talking about it or whatever. And he was showing like how this guy was bringing up all this cool stuff, like old movies and his own like personal movies he made and stuff like that. Not even the Jackass stuff, but like all the personal, like the Steve-O Don't Try This at Home videos, the National Lampoon's TV, the movie that he made, like all that kind of stuff. The guy had them all. He's like, wow, a true fan. I was like, no, fuck that. This is awesome. So we go the next day, and I'm bringing everything. So I grabbed the 6 DVDs. Wait, 6? Yeah, 6 DVDs, the slips from it, and the NFL 2K5 football game that he was a character in. And I took them all, and I took the book, his best-selling novel, or his autobiography, or whatever you want to call it. I grabbed all that stuff, and I was like, I'm going to go beat fucking Steve-O. Yeah, all right. I'm like all excited, pumped up. And we get there, and like, the only thing I wanted in the world was just to meet the guy. I wanted to take a picture with him. I wanted to meet him. I wanted to enjoy it. So he goes there. We watch the show. He's absolutely funny. He's just sitting there telling stories about shit that's gone through. And he's an amazing storyteller. He really is. Like, it was just stories that happened to him. He's just kind of doing his thing. Not really jokes, but just funny stories. And he would emphasize on certain parts to make them funnier. And granted, I was probably looking through it through rose-tinted glasses, but I had an absolute blast. Like, the dude was hilarious. So anyway, towards the end, after the end of the show, he was like getting ready to say goodbye to everybody. Why am I getting so many messages right now? God damn it, people. Ugh. So anyway, at the end of the show, he's sitting there and he's like, guys, I know you all want to take a picture with me. I'm down to take a picture with every single person here. All you gotta do is just get in line outside, and I will take the picture on my personal camera, and I will upload it to the pictures, upload it to my website. You can take the pictures free of charge, do whatever the hell you want with them, share them, save them, print them, whatever. Just do whatever you want to do. That's fine. So I was like, all right, cool, fuck yeah. So we get there, we get outside, we jump in line, because he had 2 lines. One side for buying merchandise, the other side for not buying merchandise. And I jumped in the side to buy merchandise because I needed a hat. I needed a hat, t-shirt, something. I was like, there's no way I'm not giving him more of my money because the dude deserves it. He's amazing. So we get there. We're waiting in line, and sure enough, he's taking pictures with every single person, just like arm around them, taking pictures, having a blast. and it's my turn to go up there, and I'm like nervous and excited. And I walk up, I was like, "Hey, Steven, nice to meet you." He's like, "Hey, what's going on, man?" And I show him, I was like, "Dude, I saw you had a super fan yesterday. I just want to show there's more of us." And I show him all the DVD covers, and I show him the book. He's like, "Oh, that's so rad, man. That's cool." I'm like, "Yeah, dude, that's awesome. Like, I'm a huge fan. Been a fan of yours for years. Like, you're awesome. Fucking, you're great. Like, I fucking love you," type of shit. He's like, "Oh, cool, man, cool." And he sits there and he starts signing them. And I was like, all you have to do is sign. I just wanted the one. I just wanted National Lampoon's TV the movie signed because I just wanted that one. That's my favorite one of all the things I took. He's like, "Nah, man, it's cool, it's cool." He ended up signing 4 out of 6 of the DVD slipcovers. He signed my book, like the inside cover, even though he got my name wrong, which was hilarious. Because he's like, "What's your name, man?" I was like, "Oh, it's TJ." He's like, "TJ?" I was like, "Yeah, TJ." He's like, "Oh, okay, cool, DJ." And he writes DJ, like David John, in the book. And I was like, "I don't even fucking care. You're awesome. You fucking are the man. You can call me BJ. I don't even give a fuck." And I hate when people call me BJ. So he does all that, and then he's like, "All right," and he puts his arm around me to take a picture, and he snaps it, and he looks at it, he's like, "No," and then he goes and takes another one. And I was like, "Oh shit, 2 pictures, right on." And I was like, then I was like, "Oh shit," and I was all smiling, acting like an idiot. Then he went back for a third one, and he kisses me on the cheek while he's doing it. And I'm like, holy fuck, like, I didn't expect that. It's awesome. I'm like all but excited. And then, yeah, so he took three or four pictures with me by himself. There's just the two of us. I scoot over. Janie comes in, and he autographs her arm because she didn't really have anything. She just wanted someone to she just wanted his autograph on her somewhere. So he autographed the arm because he doesn't do the chest because of his girlfriend. And then he takes a picture with her, and then like I'm like, "Oh, cool," and she's getting ready to go. He's like, "Nah, come on in here." So I jumped in between them, and the picture's horrible. Like, I look awful because I look all fucking super drunk. But there's a picture of all three of us just like, yeah, like all excited. And he took a picture of the me, Janie, and Steve-O all together. And like, as we're leaving, he's like, "All right, cool, thanks guys, bye," like type of shit. And as we're leaving, Janie's looking at me, and I'm bouncing up and down like a little kid, just overly excited about meeting one of my heroes. And like, the best part about it was, I've always heard, don't meet your heroes because they're assholes in real life. Like, they're gonna let you down. And that's like a common saying. With Steve-O, on the other hand, though, it was like, I was expecting him to be the coolest guy ever, and he really was, man. Like, the dude's fucking cool. He's a really cool dude, super down to earth. And sure enough, like, that was at maybe 12:30. By the time we got back to the house, because we stopped at 8, got back to the house like maybe an hour and a half later, so about like 2 in the morning, the pictures were already on his website. And like, that was unbelievably fast, and you can still go to this day. It's still on the website at steveo.com or whatever the hell it is. And yeah, I got all 5 of my pictures, or all 5 of our pictures, 5 or 6 of them. I put them up on the Facebook page. So if you want to see them, they're there. You can see just my face, my eyes are just like, holy shit. Like, it was one of the coolest moments of my life. I'll never forget it. Honestly, if you guys have a chance to meet Steve-O or see one of his shows, I highly recommend it, especially if you like any of the Jackass stuff, because it is really fun. And it's fun, it's funny, it's enjoyable. You'll have a great time. I can't say enough about it. It was absolutely amazing.
I don't care if he kills my parents. I love you, Tom Puppet. I love you. Thank you.
Okay, another amazing thing I happened to do recently was I got to record a live Lucha Libre wrestling show here in El Paso, Texas as well. Like, for those of you who don't know, you probably don't know this, there's a couple wrestling organizations that run here in El Paso and Las Cruces and the surrounding cities. And one of them is the NEW, or New Era Wrestling. They do shows every couple weeks, every other Friday or so. And hey, there's an air conditioner. Oh, thank God, it's fucking hot in here. So yeah, NEW was coming up. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna ask and see if they wouldn't mind me being able to go there, maybe record it, just because I gotta do. My final project for college is wrestling themed, so I wanted to go and get some practice on how to do recording live wrestling events, see how well I can move the camera and follow the action and things to that effect. And I talked to them, and they were super cool about it. They're like, "Yeah, sure, no problem, come on in, bring it, no sweat, dude, you got it." So I was all pumped up, got out of work, we hauled ass over there. I set up the camera, had a good shot, and got to record it. It was a lot of fun. The one thing I learned about myself while recording the wrestling, the NEW show, was that I know a lot about fucking wrestling to the point where I know where these wrestlers were going to go before they knew where they were going to go. Like, I'm watching them and I see him setting up. I was like, oh, he's going to do a suplex right now. And then, sure enough, he puts the arm over and he starts grabbing the guy. I was like, oh, I was 100% right. So, like, the camera movements were dead on the action for the most part. Like, 99% of the match, or 99% of the whole show. Sorry, I'm, like, trying to breathe while I talk and it's not working. So, where was I? Oh, so I go in there and as I'm watching the video back and everything, like afterwards I talked to one of the promoters and one of the announcers and stuff and a couple of the wrestlers who I knew on a personal level. Talking to them, kind of bullshitting it. And I get home like a couple days later and I started watching the footage back and I'm kind of putting it together and making sure it looks good and cutting the matches up so that way I can upload one match at a time. And I'm like, man, I have a knack for this. This is actually kind of fun. I upload it, and to me, it's one of the best things I've filmed. The only thing I don't like about it, and I've talked to other people about it, is the lighting in the audience is kind of poopy, but that's simply because there's no lights on top of the audience in that arena once the sun goes down, because it's an outdoor arena. So that kind of sucked. And unfortunately, for one or two of the matches, the action spilled out into the arena or into the fans, so I really couldn't get good shots of it. Like, there's a lot of times where you just see the crowd of people around it, and I couldn't find the wrestlers in that mob of people, even though I was kind of recording at like maybe 10 feet, maybe 8 to 10 feet above everyone else's, like above the ground or whatever you want to call it. So it kind of sucked that way, but it was still an absolutely fun time to do it. I will be doing another one towards the end of August for the XCW. Still in the works, trying to talk everything out with them to see what I can and cannot do. But if everything goes right, I will be recording 99% of my final project that day, which will be absolutely amazing, including interviews and the actual wrestling show itself and a bunch of other stuff. And fingers crossed, because it'd be amazing, I'm going to try to get at least one or two guys to do a little bit of the podcast with me. Like, see if I can, I'm just going to straight up ask them, hey, can I take part of this and put it on my podcast? And hopefully they'll be cool with it. Hopefully they'll say yes or no. Hopefully they say yes, because I would love that. I would love to do, like, the best of, like, the other stuff I asked that I'm not going to use type of thing. So hopefully that comes out. Hopefully. I keep saying hopefully. What the fuck? Word of the day is hopefully. Like, we'll do it Pee Wee Herman style, where every time I say that word, everybody just goes, yay! And starts flailing their arms around like idiots, which I almost hit my ceiling fan doing that. So, yeah, I'll be taping in XCW in August. If you can make it down to El Paso, Texas, or are in El Paso, Texas, I would love to see you guys there. I will definitely, if you tell me that you're there because you heard the podcast or whatever, again, you won't be able to miss me. I'll be walking around with a video camera in my hand around the ring and at a couple of different places. Like, you won't be able to miss me. So if you tell me you're there for that, I'll go ahead and try to get you either in the documentary or I'll put you on the podcast or something. I'll get you involved into it as well, because I want you to say what's up to my fans and show appreciation to my fans. And yeah, I think that's going to about do it for me this week. I know it's kind of short, but before I do, I just want to tell you guys something real quick. Starting the next episode, where I'm not going to be doing this kind of podcast anymore, where I just kind of talk about what's going on or whatever. For a while, I've been looking for, like, my niche or my theme or whatever you want to call it, like whatever stick I have. And I think I finally found one. What I'm going to be doing is recently I've been kind of addicted to Reddit, which I really do enjoy it. I just go to, like, random Reddits and I sit there and read what it is. If it's interesting, I get more into it. If it's boring, I just click random again and just go to a next one. Well, I was doing that and I started thinking, I was like, I should just record my thoughts, like, just a live, get it out there, like, push random, oh shit, it's this, like, it's Jackass or whatever. And then I start reading it, and I start kind of talking about it, things to that effect. And it's like, okay, that's all right. I've kind of gone where I can go with that. Go to the next one. And I think if I do it that way, I can at least get an hour out for you guys, because I hate putting out only 25 to 30-minute episodes, maybe 45 minutes. I personally like about an hour to an hour and a half per podcast. When I listen to any other one, anything longer than that, it can get kind of boring if the conversation sucks. Anything shorter than that, and it just flies by like that. So I was thinking if I do that, I can have people come over and we can talk about whatever it is. And if it goes onto a bigger tangent on something else, it goes onto a bigger tangent, no big deal. But at least I can get an hour of content every week that I can pump out for you guys so I'm doing a regular podcast. So I will be starting that the next episode. I do have a couple guests lined up, but it's not going to be for a couple weeks. Like this time I mean it, because I know for a fact that like, oh yeah, I could do it. Just I can't do it right now. I got to do it later. So I do have guests coming up. So yeah, be on the lookout for other voices besides my own stupid voice. But yeah, that's going to be it. Like I said, next time I will have a theme. It's going to be awesome, I hope. I hope it doesn't suck. So yeah, that'll do it for the podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Once again, thank you so much for sticking with me and helping me out just through all that stuff. As always, I don't know, just as always, behave. Just be good to yourself. Be good to everyone else. Don't be a dick. Be nice. All right, I'm out of here, you savages. You have a good night. Bye.
Tom Puppet is a man we should strive to be like. He does not cower in the face of,
adversity,
ethics, or the law, or just standard way of treating other human beings.
Common sense,
he
decency,
defends our humor, even when he really shouldn't. I love Tom Puppet. The end.